Well, it was a fabulous serve to get things underway, and equally a fantastically powerful cross-court put away, which gives the Americans the upper hand from the outset. Ross with the ball. Oh, it's too long. Such an athletic serve. Couldn't keep it the right side of the tape. And now Juliana has a chance to send one over for the first time. And that's what's known as a husband and wife. Went straight down the middle, neither American doing anything about it, just looking at each other. And that's the first ace of this gold medal match. And this time, ricocheting off of the attempted dig by Kessy. Two points to lead now. Good save. Fantastic attempt at the put away, and in the end, it still goes the Brazilians' way, and already they've stretched to a 3-point lead. And it was an error on the part of the Americans. Jennifer Kessy should really have done better. Juliana. Great save. Oh, that was an absolute rocket. I bet that stung. Now seriously, can anybody stand in the way of this Brazilian top-seeded pair? Juliana and Larissa. They are just electric at the moment. So solid. Followed up with accuracy and athleticism. And we've barely started. And there's a gulf between the two. Pairings, 5 points the difference. And the Brazilians are stretching the Americans very early on. The American team opting to remove the leggings. Certainly has warmed up a bit on centre court here at the Jinshan Beach Volleyball Complex. Juliana continues with serve. This time the Americans managed to get one back. The serve crosses over to the Americans. This time Jennifer Kessy will send it across. That's too long. We saw earlier in the bronze medal match where again it was America versus Brazil. The Americans were struggling to stay in touch when the Brazilian side edged ahead of them. And it was Antonelli and Talita that walked away with the bronze. Let's remember, this is about gold, this match. Ross with the ball. And that was a solid gold one, really, wasn't it? Look at the sheer power of that. Even if you did get more on it, it will probably just ricochet off your arm. And she follows that up with an absolutely astonishing block. And it's already 6 points of difference. Juliana on serve, on fire. Kept it up. Well, April Ross proving there that she can also unleash a screamer. Jennifer Kessy. That's well like it. Great save from the Americans. Still in play. Oh, the Brazilians just don't give up. And in the end, it was a lovely little touch from Larissa. We have another look at it here. The athleticism to get across, to save that, turn it over. Fabulous. Larissa. And it's blocked out. Now, April Ross will take the ball. Can she attempt to claw the way back into this first set? It's a great serve, put them under pressure, but in the end, the transition, the ability that the Brazilians have going from defensive to offensive is simply unparalleled. It's a lovely cut shot, well, dinked over, floated slightly in the air. 6 points the difference. Well, Kessy making a point there that, okay, the Brazilians are obviously playing well, but they can do the same. Just whether they can manage to string a few magical moments together. And that was anything but magical. So, Larissa with the ball. And that was in. In contrast to the Americans' last serve, that was bang on the line. It's the first ace of this gold medal match. The Shanghai Open presented by City Beach here at the Jinshan Beach Volleyball Complex. And the centre court here is getting more and more full as we speak. And the Brazilians are growing in confidence at the same time. Slowly but surely the Americans build some consistency. Still trailing considerably though. 6 points between the two sides. April Ross with the ball. And that's the technical timeout. 21 points played. The Brazilians having double the tally of the Americans. 14-7 in this, the first set of the gold medal match. They've met on numerous occasions before, these two sides, but at the moment it's going the Brazil's way. You can see there from the flags that the wind really has dropped now. You can also see from that camera angle just how popular beach volleyball is in the Jinshan area of Shanghai. It's a fairly miserable grey day, but that hasn't prevented these spectators from coming along and supporting this event and cheering on their heroes. And it's the top seeded Brazilian pair of Juliana and Larissa who are storming away with this first set currently. 14-7. Best of 3, of course. We went to 3 sets with the bronze medal match earlier. That went to Brazil. It was a good block, but it wasn't good enough. So yesterday we had the men's medal matches, and it was a 1-3, a gold and bronze for Brazil. Today we got the women's medal matches. Brazil already have the bronze. Will they follow us up with the gold? It's looking that way at the moment. Still early days though. Kessy sends it over. Well, Juliana just keeps on scoring points. Larissa. Prevented by the tape on that occasion. Of course, Larissa and Juliana are 4-time Swatch FIVB World Tour champions. I'm sure they have every intention of going for it this year too. Oh, it's a good save, one-handed. It's fairly improvised put away, but it was put away. The point counts. And save another. 5 points the difference. And the serve will go to the Americans. It's April Ross with the ball. Fabulous serve. Nice and deep. It's overset. Joust at the net. And there's the put away. Now, can they keep this consistency going? There's still 4 points adrift in this first set. And the on-court announcer geeing the crowd up. Serve stays with April Ross. And timeout called by Juliana and Larissa. 4 points ahead. They want to make sure of this. And as a tactical ploy to upset the rhythm of the Americans. They were getting into a groove there. Starting to come back into the frame. Now, last year, Larissa and Juliana had a monumental year with an 8 gold medal haul, which is a record on the Swatch FIVB World Tour for titles in a single season. They have one already this year, 1 out of 1. And they have every opportunity of taking a second in the second event on the calendar. Surely they can't beat 9 gold medals in one season. Well, I wouldn't bet against it. Okay, we're just about to get underway again. And April Ross, as she was just before timeout was called, with serve, with ball, trying to stay in the zone. And it seems that the Brazilians' ploy paid off there. A break in play makes it that much more difficult to maintain your level of concentration, and that serve would seem to support that. That's more like it. That was a lovely, deftly placed cut shot as we have the side change. There's 4 points in it in this first set of this gold medal match. Now it's Jennifer Kessy sending it over. Oh, just rolled along the top of the tape. Falling down for the Brazilians on the wrong side, for the Americans the right side. And the gap narrows. Watch it, it just snakes along. Bounces once or twice. Kessy. Good serve. There's no way she could get to that. Really, the Americans have got to do better with keeping in touch, narrowing that gap. It's been extended again now, the lead to 4 points. And potentially only 4 points away from the end of the set. Larissa. Fabulous control. And it's in. Really, you could not get any closer than that. It was right on the line. And now the momentum is definitely with the Brazilians. Larissa again. Blocked out. You can see how cross Juliana is with herself, even with a 5-point advantage. And when on the cusp of taking a first set in a gold medal match, she berates herself for any mistake. Such a perfectionist. Ross. Good serve. Ah, but what could you do about that? Top draw, jet propelled, scorcher of a put away. Absolute bullet. 2 points is all they need now. Juliana. Oh, well called. It was quite close, but they had a good view of it. And now Kessy needs to really make this one count. Deep into the court. And you saw the line, the tape move. Surely it's over now, this first set. 5 opportunities to convert this with the advantage of serve. Larissa. Oh, absolute stunner. What a way to finish it off. And the Brazilians really sending a message to the American camp there that they mean business. They're not going to sit back on their laurels. They're not going to wait. They're not going to go for 3 sets if they can help it. 21-15. How about that for a statement? Absolute rocket. Nothing whatsoever that Jennifer Kessy could do about that. She's calling someone to tell them how wonderful that was. So, gold medal at stake. Brazilian and American pride on the line. At the moment, the Brazilians looking very, very strong indeed. Top seeded Juliana, Larissa, against Jennifer Kessy and April Ross of the United States. Brazil as a nation have already 1 medal in the bag. And Juliana and Larissa want to make it 2. Leading by a set to nothing, 21-15. and April Ross will get the second set underway. They're like a machine. So confident, so relaxed in their manner when they play. Very self-assured, with every reason to be. Larissa, superb serve. But the put away goes America's way. Now, level at the moment. But what the Americans failed to do in the first set was stay in contention. And at this level, you cannot let a gap open up of 4 or 5 points, 3 points even. Oh, it was lovely, lovely cut shot there. Neither American girl was able to get on the end of it. And the Brazilians begin to edge away again. Oh, well saved. And again, a fabulous save by the Americans. There's the attempt at the put away. In the right position. Surely this is it. It is. Juliana can only block it out. And it's all level. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. The Americans need to fight for every point and ensure that they stay in the frame. As soon as there's any light between the two sides, with the Brazilians in the ascendancy, they just capitalize on it, punish you for it. Straight down the middle. Husband and wife. Neither American moving. And again, the top seeds edge ahead with the benefit of serve. Juliana showing the wonderful touch she has at the net. And straight away after scoring that point, grabs the ball, trots over to the other end for the side change, just wants to keep going, get on with it. And in contrast, the Americans trying to think of the best strategy for them to stay in this contest. But with a block like that, what can you do? Absolutely stunning. Such athleticism, and the blocking again. Oh, Juliana's not happy. The Brazilians having a word. And the first referee, Liu Hingyu, standing by. Well, this time it's a fabulous block from Jennifer Kessy. And they've managed to peg the Brazilians back, still trailing by a set to nothing. But it's all square now in the second. And it's April Ross with the ball. And that simply is not good enough. Larissa now. Let's see what she can do with this serve. It's too long. And we're back on even terms. And Ross and Kessy have to absolutely ensure that they stay in contention in this second set. Otherwise they're out. And they'll have to settle for silver. Now that's more like it. The first ace for the Americans. And now they edge ahead by a single point. Readjusting the footwork. Such power. Oh, and in the end, it's placement rather than power that takes the point. For the first time, Ross and Kessy in this set opening up a lead of 2 points. There's the save. Reverse set. There's the put away. Points the difference. Jennifer Kessy. Oh, and it's slightly fortunate off of the dig that ended up being set as accurately as it was to the net. And again, Juliana and Larissa are not happy. Larissa really letting her mind known and what she's worried about. Well, the Brazilian passion coming out, as oft it does. But you know, that's why they're the top seeded player in this tournament. That's why they're such amazing performers, because they are so committed to the cause. They are so passionate about what they do. Jennifer Kessy quite rightly blaming herself. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but maybe that little outburst on the part of Larissa upset the rhythm for Jennifer Kessy. That's more like it. 3 points the difference now for the Americans. They need to make sure of this one. April Ross. Too long. April Ross still with the ball. And just tipped over the top of the block attempt. Ross and Kessy still have the advantage here in the second set, trailing by a set to nothing in this gold medal match of the Shanghai Open. Serve passes across the way to Larissa. Went for the early put away. Oh, it's still live and it's in. You get the sense that the Brazilians may very well pull this back. They've yet to drop a set in this tournament. Oh, but that's too good from Jennifer Kessy, and she celebrates rigorously and with passion. Now, with the technical timeout, what the Americans need to do is really keep their focus. All too easy to lose the rhythm when you're in the middle of a purple patch, especially when you're sitting down and off the court. There's distraction around you. You have to take this second set to ensure that they have a chance in the third to wrestle the gold medal away from the Brazilians. Talking of Brazilians, with their straight set semi-final win earlier over Brazilian rivals Antonelli and Talita, Larissa and Juliana became the 4th team in Swatch FIVB World Tour history to post a magnificent 400 match wins. And they rank second only to Adriana and Shelda on the all-time FIVB match wins record. And they obviously put together quite a few more, a colossal 587. They've got some way to go to challenge for that title. Jennifer Kessy. And that is far too long. As I was saying earlier, sometimes having a break, even 30 seconds, technical timeout, can really interfere with your concentration, rhythm. Now, can they keep this lead? Yes, they can. Three points the difference. 1 set to nothing down. Still very much in contention in this gold medal match at the Shanghai Open on the Swatch FIVB World Tour. April Ross. Ruthless rocket of a put away. Larissa unleashes yet another. Closes the gap. That was the right shot, the right response. And it was right on target. This time too good for the attempted defensive block by Juliana. It's too long. Jennifer Kessy's really struggling with the length on her serve. Obviously you want to put the pressure on when it is your serve and make the most of the benefit of having serve. But it's essential to keep them in. Juliana now. That was a stupendous smash. And Ross and Kessy edge closer to clinching this second set. 3 points of difference. Ross. That's a much better serve, and all that Juliana can do is send it away from her partner. We have the next side change, and it's 4 points now, the lead. It's a fantastic serve. Diving attempt for the dig, but it's not good enough. And Brazil called their timeout for this set. And it's a great tactical move on the part of the Brazilians. In the last set, they called timeout just as Kessy and Ross were getting it together. And similarly, as the Americans were beginning to stretch their lead, they called their timeout for the set. Try and break up the purple patch that the Americans were putting together. As you can see, as we look around the stadium, really solid support for this wonderful event. It's been a fabulous week. We had an all-time record of entrants in the women's side of the event this year in Shanghai. It's just 2 pairings left in it now. These 4 women in front of you, to see who walks away today with the title. It'll be the first of the season for the Americans if they do it, and 2 out of 2 for Juliana and Larissa if they do. And again, an unforced error. Another serve that fails to make it over the net from the American end. She knows that's just not good enough at this level. They've really got to ensure that they make the most of this lead. Larissa. And that's long. It's down to 2 points now. And it's been overruled. The point went to the United States instead because the net was touched. Oh, and it's just the wrong side of the tape. But the Americans still have that cushion, 3-point cushion, as these 2 pairs edge closer to the culmination of this second set. Oh, wonderful stuff. A delicate and accurate shot, giving the Brazilians no opportunity. Sliced across the court. Just 3 points potentially is all they need to level it all up. And confusion in the Brazilian ranks. Both going for the same ball. Juliana takes it on the chin, Larissa berating her. And now, April Ross and Jennifer Kessy have a real opportunity here. And it's in, straight down the middle, on the tape. Juliana growls a little at the opposition through the net and then smiles in recognition of what a fabulous serve that was. Now set point. Juliana made no mistake in putting that away, making the Americans wait as they change sides. Still plenty of opportunity here for the Americans to square things up. Still set point. Serve with Brazil. That's a really solid serve. And a solid block coming down on the tape itself. 2 set points saved. Can they save any more? Well left. And in the end, it's an error on Larissa's serve, which gives the second set to the Americans and levels up this gold medal match nicely. The Brazilians taking the first 21-15. The Americans responding, taking the second 21-16, ensuring a third and deciding set here at the Shanghai Open on the Swatch FIVB World Tour. The prize is gold. Who will walk away with it? Well, this is the second stop on the 2010 Swatch FIVB World Tour calendar. We kicked off last month in Brasilia. We've had a fabulous week here in Shanghai. This is the final match. And once the gold has been decided, tomorrow it'll be time to say goodbye to the city of Shanghai for many of us here. As the players return to the court, it's one set each. Of course, the final set, the best, or the first of 15. Gold at stake. Brazilian and American pride on the line. Larissa with the ball. Final set. And first honours go the Americans' way. Now, April Ross with the ball. Determination on her face. That's a good serve. Good save, but Jennifer Kessy is nowhere near to turn that one over. Stays level. Nicely poised now, this match. And again, a mistake by Juliana. Americans get served back again. She apologizes to her partner, Juliana, there. 1 point the difference. Kessy. Tipped over. High set. Still in play. Back set. And put away. Great movement by the Brazilians. There's the back set. And again, Jennifer Kessy making it known by all that she enjoyed winning that point. As pressure mounts in the third and final set. Slim lead for the Americans of just 1 point. They have the benefit of serve. April Ross. They're still deep in their court. And then a misunderstanding or a lack of communication between Ross and Kessy means that once again it's level. Couldn't be closer at this stage. Juliana. Oh, wonderful. And deft touch. And now April Ross and Jennifer Kessy are questioning why the point has gone the Brazilians' way. Let's just have a look at this. What was wrong with that?
A part of net? Okay. This side, a part of
There was
net.
contact between players.
So net.
And the first referee consults with the
He saw
second.
the part of the net.
And then the first referee did gesture that the point would stay
No.
with Brazil. April Ross continues to contest it. And that's exactly the response that the Americans need to have if they're to have any chance in this. Follow up a little bit of handbags with good solid play. Oh, it's too long, well left by the Brazilians. And now they edge ahead, 1 point in it. Final set, gold medal at stake. Larissa. And April Ross gets in the groove, levels it up again. Well, in 2009, Larissa was named top setter and best defender, and Juliana most outstanding player and top blocker in the same year. I wonder what 2010 has in store for them in terms of accolades, titles. They won't be thinking too far ahead at this stage, just point by point, and point by point, step by step. April Ross and her partner, Jennifer Kessy, are building a credible lead here. Serve with Ross. Fabulous save. And put away. Now, can the Brazilians respond? Larissa having a few choice words with Juliana. Juliana agreeing that they just need to concentrate, focus. April Ross communicating with her partner. 2 points of difference. Final set. And it's too long. Just when they need to turn the screw, put on the pressure. An error creeps into the game. Juliana. Can she make it level again? One-handed. Into the crowd. Nearly took out a delegate or two. And it is, once again, level. Nothing in it. 7 points apiece. Final set. Serve goes over to Juliana for the Brazilians. Great defense. Oh, and the same on the Americans' part. One-handed. Surely that's it, and it is. They enjoyed that. And the crowd show their appreciation. It's been a while since we had an entertaining rally like that. There was a jab set there. And look at the expression on Jennifer Kessy's face. Now, can she keep this one in? Keep the Brazilians working. Off the net. And it's fortunate, but it's a point. They'll be happy with that. The Brazilians couldn't really have done anything about it. Frustrated, no doubt. Now, a little bit of light, a little bit of air between the Americans and their counterparts, the Brazilians. 2 points in it. April Ross disgusted with herself. She mispredicted where her partner was. Larissa now. Can she draw it level? Bang! There you go. The block was there, but it was blocked out by Juliana. Once again, as April Ross takes the ball to serve it, it's 2 points, the difference. Potentially just 5 points away from glory. Oh, it's just long. Just long. I think the Brazilians were even unsure about that. See if we can get a replay of that. April Ross replaying it in her mind there, it seems. Let's have a look at it. The Brazilians didn't move, they were sure. Look at the, did you see the ball mark? It couldn't be closer. Juliana. Oh, it's too long again. And once again, we're absolutely level. 10 points apiece. Final set. We're changing sides. Starting to wind things up now. The crowd getting excited. Serve with Brazil. Juliana. Oh, waited just for that split second. That's all it takes. Waited and waited. Waited until Juliana had committed herself to the block and then just cut it past her. And once again, Brazil opting for their timeout just as the Americans were about to serve. Gold medal match here for the Shanghai Open 2010. We're in the third set. There's 1 point between these two pairs. Juliana and Larissa there, wanting to add a gold to their tally of 1 out of 1 so far for this year. Kessy and Ross wanting to take their first of the season and improve their head-to-head against their Brazilian opponents here today. The crowd wanting more of the same, please. Thank you very much. Earlier on we had the third and fourth playoff for the bronze medal. It went to Brazil. Jennifer Kessy. Ricocheted off the arm of Larissa. And that was a rock solid block. Absolutely wonderful. That was a solid gold block. 2 points ahead. Potentially just 3 away from glory. Great serve. But it's Larissa who smashes it away. Keeps the Brazilians just a point adrift from the lead. You see her winding up with her arm. Incredible power. Ross with the angle. Closing in now. 2 points possibly is all they need to get one back over on their rivals, the Brazilians, the top seeds of the tournament. April Ross. Determined. Good save. And a fabulous block. It's on the right side. It's still in play. Oh! Fabulous, fabulous. Entertaining volleyball. Goes the Brazilians' way. The net having a large part to play in that rally. Ross and Kessy were on the verge of having an opportunity to serve for the match. And suddenly the momentum goes the other way. Juliana with the ball. Brazil trailing by a point. Oh, it was a great set. Perfectly timed. Accurate. And now the United States players, Jennifer Kessy and April Ross, have more than one opportunity to take this gold medal, walk away from Shanghai as title winners, and make a huge statement to Juliana and Larissa. Jennifer Kessy. It's out, and the Americans have it. And some would say that that was unexpected. The Americans really held their nerve, and when it counted, when they needed to consolidate a lead, when they needed to fight their way back into it, they did. They were focused, they were strong. The game plan was spot on. It went to the third set, but they walked away with it 21-15, 15-21, 21-16, 15-12, and they add to their tally.